Hey friends, Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Jobu, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, well, I wouldn't look like an idiot so much because I wouldn't be running my mouth. Because I thought for sure, now it's still early because we know fortunes can change in a half of football. In fact, they can change in a quarter. But right now, this looks like a totally different New York Giant team. Now, what we have to understand is Ben McAdoo gave up play calling, and they're doing stuff different. Hint, hint, Jason Garrett. And they're coming out, and they're punching Denver in the mouth at Mile High. They are winning 17-3, had a pick six. So, when you think about this, our record's 2-3. Teams definitely get up to play the Dallas Cowboys because this does not look anything near like the, say, Denver team that we faced. The Giants' defense isn't as bad as they had been playing or as advertised. It's been basically the offense has let them down. So when you start looking at the teams that we face, even the Cardinals have a pretty good defense. Denver, going to this game, had the number one defense. The Rams, who are still playing pretty well and one of the surprise teams in the NFL. We have been a couple of minutes away from being 4-1. Literally, way a team played one week has nothing to do with the way they play the next. The Giants totally look like they've been left for dead, and tonight they picked themselves up off the mat. I can't guarantee they're going to win, but they're coming out there and they're punching somebody in the mouth, and they're playing like they've got something to play for. We saw what happened to Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is gone for the season, and I got to tell you, the Green Bay Packers, their season just went down the toilet. Atlanta, 3-2, Super Bowl champs. Or excuse me, should have been Super Bowl champs. There is nobody out there that is truly dominant. I'll give you the Philadelphia Eagles are the best record in the NFC right now, but they've played a lot of stiffs, and it's still early. So any of you Cowboy fans out there who have just said the season is over because of the first 5 games really don't know much about football. I've always said it. Teams will rise and fall. Sometimes it doesn't matter what seed you are when you get in the playoffs because we've seen wild card teams get on a run and have to play on the road every single game and become Super Bowl champions against teams that were previously undefeated. It's been a bad week for all of us Cowboy fans. It's been a bad week for Zeke Elliott. It's been a bad week for Jerry Jones. It's been a bad week for Cowboys Nation losing to Aaron frickin' Rodgers. But you know what? That's football. We still control anything and everything that we want. The question is how much do they want it? How hard will they work? How much of an attitude will they get that they will not fail? How much better will our coaching be? If they do those things right, they can hang with anybody. If they don't, they can lose to anybody. And that's football in a nutshell. And one last thing before I go, because clearly I'm not going to watch the second half of this Giant game. Not when I have a wonderful wife that's upstairs. Did you notice Aaron Rodgers? I've always said that I don't like Aaron Rodgers' smug look, his arrogance. And I know to be a quarterback, you've got to be arrogant, you've got to be fearless and all that. But it's always been something that's bothered me about Aaron Rodgers. And somebody pointed it out here, and I went back and watched it a couple more times. When Aaron Rodgers got hurt, As he's walking off the field, they basically had to fuzzy up his mouth because he was basically saying F you, F you, F you, F you. Clearly, he should be upset. He got his collarbone broken. But it was a legal hit. It wasn't a cheap shot. It wasn't like one of those ones where, Brett Favre is running on an interception and a guy blindsides and knocks him out. It was a straight up legal hit. Yet Aaron Rodgers has got the attitude of F you, F you, F you. And the other part of this that is really bad is, as he's sitting on the cart, whenever you've seen somebody carted off, I've seen guys on a neck brace, on a backboard, strapped down, and they'll give you a thumbs up or a wave or some acknowledgement to the crowd. Didn't see anything with Aaron Rodgers. So clearly, it's all about Aaron Rodgers. I've heard those stories before, that Aaron Rodgers is about me, 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 me. And I think today actually pointed that out. I don't wish for anybody to get hurt in football. It's a brutal sport. But anyway, just an observation of a guy with a day job and a voodoo doll. So friends, don't give up hope. Maybe for once, if our team has to fight to get there, where it's not easy like it was last year or 2014, where you're the number one seed and can kick back and relax and wait for the next game. Maybe, just maybe, if for once we have to dig, claw, scratch, bite, and reach deep just to make the playoffs, that maybe it'll mean more to them once they get there. So as always, friends, thank you for being part of the Jobu Sports Report. And I will see you tomorrow night, Monday night, 9 o'clock Eastern, for our live stream. We got a lot to talk about. I'm Mark Holmes. It's Cowboy Jobu, and we'll see you soon.